Tuesday. I'm just thanking the Lord for this coffee. Jerry, you don't know how tired I am today for some reason.
Are you?
I don't know. I think we're maybe a little off, but Mexico is the same time zone as us, so I really can't use that as an excuse. But
It's just vacation hangover.
yes, and the new season of Outer Banks came out, and we've been staying up till like 12 o'clock watching it. What is wrong with us? It's really good. Okay, so this is what I'm painting today. It's this cute little turkey face. And this is cut on pine. So it's going to be offered as an outdoor yard art. So this will go all the way from sizes
23 inches to 44.
And this is probably the 23 inches, so it'll pretty much double this, which
In
will
yellow
make it
or white.
huge. And it's great for your yard. And I'm going to show you how I will paint it. So I'm going to be using a variety of, what's the word? Mediums. Dixie Belle mediums. In this video, I'm going to start out with this gel stain. It's probably my favorite, only because it's water-based, so it's not a mess. But I will say the oil-based, it covers so good.
What is the main difference between water-based and oil-based stains and paints and stuff like that?
Just like they can be used on different stuff, I guess. Like some stuff needs oil-based to stick. I really don't know. I don't get into all that. But my main difference that I notice is that oil-based, it's just the cleanup. I hate it. All right, so this is the Black Magic, and I'm going to go in and paint his hat, or stain his hat in it. You'll still be able to see the wood grain through this using a stain method. Okay, and now, so by the way, like, share, tag for friends. Y'all know for some reason I forget to do that. So these little gemstone mousses, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that you have to stir them pretty much every time you use them. I don't know what's up with it. It really doesn't bother me. Just be aware of it. That it kind of separates when it's on the shelf. But I still love them so much. As far as like shimmers and glitters, this is my favorite formula. I'm just going to stir it up because I'm going to use this for the band on his hat instead of just using regular red.
And all this paint stuff she's using is Dixie Belle, the stain also, and you can find all that on the website.
Yes, and it's my favorite because the coverage is so good. But also, these paints last forever. Like, I'll go through these paints. I haven't ordered paint in a while. So, to me, you're really saving money in the long run because the paint's going to last you so long. So, just going in. This also has really good coverage, considering it's a, like, shimmer paint. A lot of times, stuff like this, you'll need multiple coats. But this has a lot of pigment in it. I will say it takes a while to dry. You're going to want to just leave it alone. I don't know if it's because it's a mousse or what. I painted something like a picture frame using the gold, and like I just left it alone overnight and it was fine the next day. So I'm going to go in next with putty, and I've been saying if you guys are getting ready for fall and stocking up on colors, this is one that I would recommend because I use it constantly with fall stuff. I use it for pumpkins. So I'm going to use it to paint my little dude's face. And as I'm painting, I'm going in and kind of filling in these lines just to get kind of a base coat. And then I will probably outline those with black paint. But I find it easier to go ahead and just like fill in with like a base coat.
So did you tell them about your vacation yesterday for a good bit? You kind of.
I feel like I did. Yeah, I talked about the monkeys. Because that was like,
Apparently monkeys were everywhere, huh?
yeah, they were like part of the resort was in the jungle, so there were monkeys like in the jungle, and it was the coolest thing. Definitely my favorite part. But like as much as like yeah, they're wild monkeys, they're also used to people because they're inside this, but they are wild monkeys. So it's pretty cool that they'll just like come up to you like that.
What was the testing process like to get back? Like it
We
was it
had,
a big deal?
I mean, it could have been a big deal. We had to schedule 3 days before, just 72, within 72 hours of your return flight to America,
You had to have a negative.
you had to have a negative test. So we tested, the resort offers testing. It was the easiest
I was gonna say so probably
testing process because, like, the girl knew what she was doing. She told you to hold your head back, boom, boom. Like, it didn't hurt at all. Of course, like, my eyes still kind of watered, but, like, it did not hurt at all. She was really good at her job. And we got emails that night that we had negative COVID tests. So, but it could have been a big deal if we would have got positive.
Like, did they put you in a quarantine room, or is that something you're financially responsible for? Like, if you test
A
negative,
lot of
you
the
have to book another.
resorts will house you. Some resorts have like a whole building dedicated to it. Our resort would pay for hotel, but we weren't really. I mean, had we not been vaccinated, I might would have looked into a place where
Just in case.
they would keep us on, on the premises. But I wasn't really too worried about it.
I was just curious about some of that because I think they're fixing to have another flare up.
We're in the middle of it
You're
already.
right. I mean,
And
there's a
so
lot of
that happened right
was-
before. That's the whole reason I got vaccinated was because we were in Mexico. And so literally right before we're getting ready to go, the Delta variant is wild. And I'm like, should we go? And everybody's like, y'all be fine. So we just ended up going. And I'm glad we did. But definitely you're taking a certain, there's a certain amount of risk in going and leaving the country because
Or leaving your house.
I'm sorry, there's just the rules and stuff that are set in place to keep you protected. They're so dumb. They're just so dumb. They make no sense. They're not helping you. Like, you're supposed to wear a mask in the airport, but then you take it down to show your face to identify. And you take it down to eat. So, like, what are we
And
doing?
you're touching stuff, and see, I don't.
Well, that's the real worry that we need to be is constantly washing our hands. So there was just stuff that so I don't know that I would travel the country out of the country not vaccinated because of that, because you're stranded. And so there is a certain risk. But I felt safe the whole time. I'll say that. People were like, oh my gosh, you're going to Mexico. I never felt unsafe, or sketched out. So I definitely feel like, I would go again. Although I feel like right now, in between that and Jamaica, I'm like, I want to go back to Jamaica because record breaking, it's like over 82 degrees in Jamaica. And Mexico is just as hot as it is here in Louisiana. And it's hot here, y'all. So I wouldn't go back to Mexico in July. It's so hot. I still had a great time, but just go and
All the pictures look like y'all had a great time.
yeah, our resort was absolutely stunning. Your money goes a really long way in Mexico. Like, where we stayed in Jamaica was not near as nice, and we paid the same amount. And in Mexico, we stayed in a penthouse. And y'all, I ain't got it like that, so don't even think it. That's just how far your money goes in Mexico. So we stayed in a really, really awesome, that was a cool experience for me. It's just the room. I loved that. Already working on my picture book. I really love stuff like that. I could probably drove. We went with another couple. It's like mine and Corey's best friends. Connor was Corey's best friend while we were dating, and then when he found Michaela, me and her hit it off. So we're pretty much best
She's
friends.
watching, by the way.
It's my best friend. And so I probably drive Connor a little nuts with pictures because they call me the Grammy. I'm like, we're taking a picture. We're going to remember this. That's why I like it. It's memories. And so I'm already making my picture book because it's memories. Like I love looking back at stuff like that. I really post on social media because I love going back and looking at like memories. Like my Instagram, the very first picture of it is like when Corey and I very first started dating.
Some people say, and I'm not sure they've done studies, I'm sure they have, but you actually have more memories when you don't take pictures. I don't feel like that's true. I feel like if you take a picture of something, like the old saying that a picture's
That
worth
just
1,000
sounds like-
words, like if you take a picture of something, like I can remember what all happened, like around. I don't know.
I think
I'd
that's
rather have
more of
pictures,
like
too.
a negative Nancy being like, you're taking so many pictures that you're not enjoying it. I'm not taking so many pictures, I'm not enjoying it. But I am taking lots of pictures. And those pictures will like bring me back to that moment, you know?
That's how I feel too.
But people are different. There's people who like pictures don't speak to them that way. My Grammy like always made like photo books of all of our trips and stuff. And I've been dedicated as that member of our family because our family would never take pictures or like do stuff like that if we didn't if I wasn't like, hey, we're taking pictures. So even your family's getting a part of it because we've talked to you guys about Michelle, them having a pumpkin patch here in Bastrop. So we're getting a photographer to come out there and take some family pics. Jerry's going to be a part of it.
I'll be there.
Triton's
When
coming.
is this going to happen then?
October 5th.
See, something that I hate about family pictures is my wife always schedules them when it's 95 degrees outside.
Well, I'm hoping it might be cool that
See,
day.
I am too. That's why I asked, because I'm sweating, and then I'm worried about. I hate it when it's hot and you try to take family pictures because you want to get dressed up nice.
I-
Button, jeans, button, whatever.
Yeah.
When it's hot.
Well, our photographer's so good though. Even if we're like out there sweating miserable, she'll probably get some good pictures. But I'm excited about that because Triton's coming, and I always love getting. Triton has had fall pics since he was a baby.
Did Triton see the pictures of your new
No,
monkey friend?
we're not telling him because I had several people that's so funny comment and be like,
I
Triton's
almost said something.
gonna be so jealous, and I'm like, we're not telling him. Because Triton stayed with Tara the first part, and Tara has a new. She hadn't fully admitted, but I'm pretty sure she's in love with Triton now. Like he just adores Tara, always has, and so while he was with them, he would cuddle up with her, and if anybody would try to come get him, he was like, won't my Aunt Tara, and I think it made her feel special. So like when he left, she was texting me like that she kind of missed him, and I was like, yes, he has that effect, because I was like, I was not a dog person. People don't believe me. I didn't like dogs, and I still don't like most dogs. I like Triton, but once you meet him, you're like, okay, I get it. I don't know if he's had that effect on Billy yet.
Who?
But his Uncle Jared knows. Triton,
Who's that again?
hush your mouth.
I'm digging.
Miss Carol says she loves looking back at pictures from vacations when they went to Disney with her kids. So she's a picture person. It's like,
And my friend Michaela that I was just talking about, they go to Disney a lot, and that's something I had never been interested in because I don't ride rides. But after hearing from her, I actually think I would like to do that one day. Because there's a lot more to it than riding rides. And I'm the type of girl that would totally go take a picture with like Ariel. Like I'd probably enjoy that. And just like the experience of being there and like the shows and different stuff like that. But I'm not riding roller coasters.
you're probably too young to remember the whole buy a disposable camera picture
Oh, I
fiasco.
kinda remember.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was awful. Like I don't remember. I mean, it was fun, I guess, looking back because you didn't know what you had until you
You
got
didn't have to
another.
worry about a few $100 going down the drain if you lost your camera.
I don't know how we ever functioned with cameras like that. I mean,
No, because I'm like, let's take
now I couldn't.
Let's take 10 pictures because more than likely I'm not going to like 8 of them. I'm going to be like,
Right.
oh my God. So when we're walking along the beach, or they bring the monkey, but not the wild monkeys. There's a dude who has a monkey and the dude who has birds. And they're like, take a picture. Like they really get you. I eventually, like, I wanted a picture with the monkey because before that we hadn't seen the monkeys. But where was I going with this? Oh, I still don't know where I was going with this.
Camera?
Anyways, because the monkey's like on me, I'm like, picture y'all. They were tragic. I still got some for memories, but like, and then he was like, all right, now let's take some romantic pictures. I want y'all to like, sit on the beach, like, and then like hold hands. And I'm like, I hate this literally so much, you have no idea. And then he's like, all right, now turn around and get on your stomach. And I'm like, I'm not getting on my stomach in the sand. No, sir. Sorry, we're done. And I almost wish I would have bought one of those pictures because they were so bad that they were funny. You know what I mean? Like, so not me and Corey. I'm like, can I pay you $60 to let me take this photo myself with this monkey? Because their pictures, y'all. They're something. But I have decided after this trip that I think I want a camera. Like a nice camera. And I think I want to learn Photoshop.
I have one. I'll say.
You have one you'll sell me. Well, let me find out what kind of camera I want, and I really might because me and Corey were talking about it. I kind of always liked that, and I think I could learn it. I don't
Because
know.
I bought a nice one because I wanted to get into some of it, but like the stuff that I want to do, you have to have like a $3,000 lens for, and I'm not that about it. Like I'm not. I just like I like it, and I
like
think
you
I could
need
be.
like Hunter to come out there and just take the pictures for you, pretty much.
Yeah, you know, and like that's why I bought it.
Let
I
him
wanna
pay
take
the
pictures.
$3,000.
Like that's what I want to do was mainly duck hunt, you know. With, but it's just too much. Like
I would almost like for stuff like that get a GoPro, and I wish I had a GoPro because you can take the GoPro like in the water. And like, I really want to go swimming with sea turtles one day. I've got to have a GoPro before then. Like that would be so cool. And I was talking during the live. I think I told them yesterday, but I'll tell you. And if anybody missed it, a couple at our resort went on an excursion and they went and swam with whale sharks. And so whale sharks eat krill, so they don't have teeth, but they're like the size of two vehicles. They're huge, and you go out there and they'll drop you off and you can go swimming with them. I think I'd have a heart attack, but I would do it. And you'd have to have your GoPro. I mean, you could not take a picture of that memory. I would do it.
I think I would like to go snorkeling. I don't want to go to where there's sharks because sharks terrify me. Like
But
sharks
it-
are almost as bad.
But
as
would
snakes
it
for me.
would it
But
scare you it being a whale shark?
if they didn't have no,
He
it's-
doesn't have teeth.
if it didn't have teeth, I'd do it.
They eat like plankton and
I didn't know
krill and
that whale sharks didn't
seaweed.
have teeth. So you just said that. If they didn't have teeth, I think I could do it.
Yeah, me too. I've never been interested in going and swimming with the hammerheads or the great whites
No,
or anything.
absolutely not.
You know, people do. They'll go get in the cage. No, thank you. But these sounds like I could handle this. I could handle this.
That sounds okay. But no, I'm not getting.
And they're like, they say they're just not interested in you. Like, you can go swim beside them, but they're like, not paying you no attention.
I could do that. I think.
I think it's just something when you got the opportunity to do it, you couldn't say no. You could not do that. So yeah.
So y'all be going back to Mexico, or you?
I mean, I feel like one day, but I'm not like as far as
I've got to go back
our
now.
other options.
Well, that's what I was going to ask is where y'all going next? Because I know you thought about it.
I think I want to go to the Bahamas next. We have a group of friends. There's like trips that I see myself going on later on in life, and then trips I could see now. One is the Bahamas now, but a later on in life trip is St. Lucia and Hawaii. But those are more expensive, which is why I'm talking later on in life. But we have some friends that are like, let's go to St. Lucia. And I'm like, find me a deal and maybe I will. There's really nowhere that I don't want to go. And I want to go to a lot of places before I return somewhere. Although, I would go back to Jamaica if presented the opportunity. I just loved the people, and it's so beautiful there. Like, the actual country landscape is beautiful. Mexico landscape, at least where we were, it's not what you think.
Did y'all get off the resort at all, or did y'all stay on the resort the whole time?
No, that's another thing about Mexico. You're not really trying to leave the resort
Right,
unless
that's
you're
right.
like going with somebody, like an excursion
Like a
or
scheduled
something.
trip. Yeah.
So I would like to go somewhere where we could leave the resort. And I've heard like the Grand Caymans, it's like super safe there, and you can like leave and just walk around. And I would like that. But we didn't do that in Mexico. Although I never felt unsafe, like I said. Guys, don't forget, like, share, comment, 3 friends. Also, thank you for not forgetting about me. My week gone. Billy said yesterday's video did good, and I was excited about that because I didn't know if you guys would like come back, and y'all did. I should have known better.
Did you not do a video yesterday?
Yeah, I did. I didn't do it on Instagram. I'm sorry, Instagram. It was me and Tara.
Well, see, I thought you did, but you said that like it was a scheduled one because it was yesterday. I thought I saw it was live, but
Yeah, it was. It's just that was my first day back, and I just didn't know like how many people.
Yeah.
Because like I didn't know even how Facebook would show our stuff with me having not been doing like actual lives. But it all did good. And then I had a lot of you who follow me on McLaren Home. Y'all commented on my stuff, and it was so sweet. It's like a really cool. It's just a really cool thing to have you guys be like, I missed you today, but I'm so glad you're enjoying yourself. I don't know. That's neat to me. I always feel like these lives just like remind you that the world isn't all bad. There's a lot of really sweet people still out there. Because you can get really wrapped up these days and be like, it's not so great outside. But y'all are always so nice to us. I also saw one of you posted in our Build Across Tips and Tricks page. If y'all aren't in that, please do so. I think everybody enjoys it. It's really informational, lots of inspiration. You can go to our page, go to groups, and ask to join. You just got to agree not to post videos and to be nice, pretty much. And the lady who we sent in the design with the pumpkin, what was it? The pumpkin in the wheelbarrow or whatever. She's the layered art piece. She was the one who designed it, got her giveaway, and posted her finished product. That's really cool to see it from start to finish and getting to see her enjoy it. So we haven't talked about that since I got back, but we're wanting to do that again. So maybe this is August, maybe September 1st, we could do something like that. We'll be thinking about that. Y'all let us know. Because that was so much fun and y'all sent some really amazing ideas. I was so impressed with your stick figure drawings. And also, like, y'all don't be stressing if your drawings are stick figures. Mine probably are too. I mean, I don't draw, I paint, so good thing this is like a black stain and I can just maybe rub this in.
Maybe.
I'm watching on Facebook on my phone to answer the questions and stuff. These subtitles that's doing are very accurate. Like most of the time, like even on TV, the subtitles are not. I haven't seen it mess up.
It's
once.
getting my voice right?
Yes, that's what I'm super impressed with how accurate this thing is. I don't know if
that is
something
impressive.
Facebook has or something with this camera or what, but it's super accurate.
It's pretty incredible because y'all know I have a southern accent. When we were at the resort, people be like, "Oh, you're from the South." And I mean, that was one thing about Mexico that I don't remember Jamaica. There are people from all over. There was a dude from France, 10-hour plane flight to get to Mexico. And then like randomly you'd find somebody from Arkansas. And you're like, oh my gosh, like we're practically related.
Do you have any vacation friends that you've met at one of your vacations that you still talk to?
No, I guess we're not that friendly. I mean, we did talk to a guy. It was kind of neat. His wife worked for Johnson & Johnson, and he worked for a really big church, and they're from Los Angeles. And I don't know. I kind of thought that was neat. I especially thought it was neat that his wife worked for Johnson & Johnson.
Like the pharmaceutical company, right?
Yes, she's like the girl who... Yeah, Billy. She's over...
Thank you.
all these different labs. So like the Neutrogena lab, the Band-Aid lab, all these labs. And all I could think was dollar sign. She must be loaded.
Imagine that. My wife's called her. That's got to be a pretty neat little deal, I guess.
Oh yeah, you meet. I think.
I say little deal. She's probably a ball.
Oh yeah, probably so. I think that's one of my favorite parts about traveling is that it's in a lot of ways it's kind of humbling because the world is so big, and I sound silly saying that, but really, LOL, Jim. I thought he was about to come get in it because he looked so excited. The world is just so big, and I don't know. That's what I get out of vacation. It's just like there's, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. All right, just highlighting everything with white. You know how I do. It's my favorite part. And guys, there's plenty of room up here to write something. I don't know what you write. Like,
Gobble till you wobble.
That's, yeah, we have those.
you want me to write it?
I just remembered that I promised you that I would get you
You
one.
did, and you were true to your word. I appreciate it.
All right, so when I do lettering, I typically like to use my Sharpie brush stroke marker. And this might not turn
Oh,
out.
you're
There's
gonna do it?
thanks for the
I was being a little bit facetious, I guess.
oh, it was cheesy to you.
Give thanks.
Bro, it's too late. It's always a little bit scary doing this. I don't know why, because, like, who really cares? But,
It's just an experiment.
Just want to say you could have happy fall, y'all.
how do you make a B?
I know like that. Oh yeah. Must have.
Did I?
I know it's fine.
I don't know how to do cursive anymore.
Well, you got some kind of hybrid font going on there that's
You guys know how to do the first of the
it's legible.
All right,
What did you say?
it's not the greatest thing I've ever done, but I tried it for y'all guys. Y'all guys. Also, that was one thing I was saying. I was like, if I didn't say y'all, what would I even say? And Corey's like, you? And I'm like, but I'm talking to
You all,
them.
you guys,
And that's just terrible.
guys and girls.
You
Ladies and
guys,
gentlemen.
that's exactly what I said. You guys, 'cause
Guys,
that's such
girls,
a Wisconsin
Whatever
thing.
else.
You guys, and I just can't. That's not natural for me. So y'all just sounds like proper etiquette.
Sweet.
I mean, my lettering's not terrible.
It's really not. It turned out good.
All right, so this was fun. I really enjoyed me talking. I got that little bit of coffee in me, and it just touched my soul. I was so tired, and then I just talked the whole time. So let's pick some winners. As always, guys, we pick winners in every single video we do. So that's 2 times a day, 10 times a week. You can win something. I think that's pretty impressive.
Instagram gets it finished.
Yes,
Michaela Lynn wins today.
Michaela. And
For Facebook, it's going to be Ann Payne.
And Payne, please email us admin@build-a-cross.com. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.